Before we get into this special weekend edition of Just the Truth, let me tell you about the latest special from Michelin at MyPillow. The standard MyPillow, normally $49.98 for a limited time only, just $14.88 with promo code Joey. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener specials, and see all the specials. There's a limited quantity of just 10 at this special price. That's $14.88 with promo code Joey. Thanks for joining me in the PhD Weight Loss Studio. To lose weight for the last time, visit myphdweightloss.com. For many in the upstate of South Carolina, Larkin's is the place for birthdays, anniversaries, celebrating promotions at work, or just having a good meal with family and friends. Larkin's has become a favorite over the past 20 years. And yes, 20 years. Hard to believe that Larkin's has been around for 20 years. Joining me today is Kristina Murphy, owner and COO of Larkin's. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today.
It's a pleasure. Appreciate you being here. So, wow, 20 years. That's quite the milestone.
Yes, 20 years in a restaurant is quite the milestone. Yes.
Yeah. So talk with us about Larkin's journey. Give us a quick history of the company.
Well, anybody from Greenville knows we were Larkin's on the River when we started 20 years ago, 2005. We were actually on the river. That's why we were Larkin's on the River. And we had programmed and worked in that outdoor brick pavilion for many years, hosting weddings and all types of events. And we watched the city grow from that vantage point. When I started in 2007, nothing was across the river. There was no condos, no hotels. It was really empty parking lots and chain link fences, and we got to watch and be part of the growth of Greenville.
Yeah, and having lived in Greenville my entire life, of course, I can remember as a kid, we would go downtown to shop. Of course, none of us knew there was actually a river down there, and
right.
there were waterfalls
right.
at the time. And then there was a period of time where we didn't go downtown. My mom would forbid us from going downtown. It just wasn't safe. And then, of course, we've seen that evolve, and a lot of that evolution of Greenville has been centered around food.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, I think the city of Greenville and their economic development plans are just amazing. There's lots of cities around the country that just come and visit us to learn about how we grew and made the city what it is today.
Yeah. You have many other brands other than Larkin's, so talk with us about the other restaurants and about the Larkin's restaurant group in general.
Larkin and Mark Hammond, the previous owners, had this vision, and Larkin always wanted to grow. So we first opened Larkin's on the River, which used to be Renee's Steakhouse, if you remember,
yes,
way back when.
I do.
And he was a great guy. But she always had this in the back of her mind. She wanted like a sophisticated burger joint. And we looked at so many spaces up and down Main Street, all over the city, and we stumbled upon the Hot Dog King, which was very beloved at the time, and met that family. And they were excited about the idea, and she was very passionate about it. So that was our next venture, was Grill Mark's brand. And then she kind of always had, because she's from Italy, had this idea to open an Italian restaurant. And when we found the right space, which was the Playwright at one point, we fell in love with that outdoor area and had this vision to make it an Italian piazza.
Right.
And we opened Limoncello, and that's kind of how our growth started to evolve.
Yeah. And you also, it's not just Greenville. You have locations outside of the upstate as well.
We have Grill Marks in Columbia in the Vista, which was another historic space. And as soon as we saw it, we knew it would be perfect for Grill Marks. It has that same feeling on a main road in a historic area, historic building. So that it was kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah. As we mentioned a minute ago, and with me today, Kristina Murphy with Larkin's Restaurant Group. The restaurant business can be tough. Why do you believe Larkin's has been so successful over these past 20 years?
We've come on some hard times. We made it through COVID, so I feel like you can make it through anything after that. And there are ebbs and flows and ups and downs in what we do. And there's really never a dull moment because it's people, right? Yeah. And when you deal with so many people, customers, employees. There's always opportunities, challenges, memories. It's everything that goes into an experience.
Yes.
And we're passionate about hospitality and being very present in all the restaurants and developing a culture where everybody who works with us believes in that, taking care of people and creating great experiences.
You're talking about people. How many employees does Larkin's have?
We're close to 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have 28 salaried managers and 300 line level hourly employees.
Yep. Larkin's is not just restaurants, though. You have catering, you have event space.
Yes.
How does that fit into the overall operation?
It's and again, if you remember old Larkin's, we had 2 rooms over the restaurant, and it was just kind of natural to branch out into catering because we had these spaces. We had people inquire about larger parties in the dining room, and if you remember, that dining room was kind of tiny, so we would put them in these private event spaces and then realize like that could be a massive arm of our business. And the first time I looked at the pavilion, I said, oh my gosh, this is just such an incredible space. We need to do weddings out here. Yeah. And we produce so many gorgeous events in that space, and we miss that.
Yeah. Kristina Murphy is our guest today. Of course, Larkin's did start out on the Reedy River, and now you guys are over at Camperdown.
Yeah.
Talk with us about that move and how your customers have responded to the new location.
It's kind of a mixed bag. We get some people in that say, well, this is an old Larkin's. And we say, well, there's no way to really recreate that. Yeah. That was a 150-year-old building, so we didn't try. We wanted the space to have some different elements of it. We didn't really have a very large bar at the old space, so this bar right on the corner of Main and Broad was important to us. And open air feeling. So we put those doors in. That was our inspiration, were the doors that we have that open up on both corners, like wide open and al fresco or open air space. We gave the back dining room kind of the feeling of old Larkin's because we have a lot of our pictures in there, and we did the brick and the white linens to give a nod to the old Larkin's, so people kind of remembered it a little bit when they came in. But we have older customers that have come into old Larkin's and followed us across the street. A lot of new people. We're right in the circle of a hotel, so when people check in, they see a restaurant there, and it's like, oh, what's that place? We have a lot of new people moving to the city. So we have a very diverse clientele. People who are finding Larkin's for the first time. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I love that you are more than just a business. Obviously, you're there to make a profit, provide employment, and provide good food to the community, but you also focus on that community. I want to read something from your website. We take pride in our family-minded, community-focused approach to business. Every product we create, franchise we sell, and guest experience we provide is a reflection of our dedication to working together as a team to create the best possible experience for every customer. Your response to that? That's just who we are. Adam, my partner, and I are chefs in a past life, and food and bringing people together are the most important thing to us, and giving back to the community. Yeah. And speaking of that community, again, you do give back in a big way. There's a long list of community groups that you have supported over the years. As you and I were talking earlier, my wife loves it that you support Miracle Hill Ministries, but the Meyer Center, Greenville Humane Society, Cancer Survivors Park, Safe Haven, and the list goes on and on. Why is it important that Larkin's supports these community nonprofits? It's so important to giving back and helping people, and creating relationships that give people a second chance at life, some of these places, or like an animal gives them a second chance. Yeah. Kristina, it's a pleasure. Appreciate your time today. And hey, I look forward to
maybe seeing you in one of your restaurants sometime soon.
And our anniversary party.
And the anniversary party. Talk with us about that real quick.
Okay. Did you make your reservation yet?
I have not, but I'll have to do that.
Okay.
So tell us when that is.
It's July 31st. Yeah. It's a Thursday. It's Larkin's 20-year white hot party. We found the original menu that we opened the doors with, so we wanted to plug that into some of the prefix menu. It'll be a 4-course menu, starting at 5 o'clock. Reservations until 8:30, and the last course will be at the L, which is our catering space on Broad Street. So we'll shuttle people down, or you can walk. It's 2 blocks for a dessert lounge and entertainment by Randomonium for the rest of the evening. And there'll be some fun things there, champagne toast, some auction items, and just to finish the night out and party with us.
That sounds like a lot of fun. How do people make reservations?
You can go to larkinsgbl.com. You can find it on Open Table. You can call the restaurant. Or you can call Kristina. A lot of people got my cell phone number.
There you go. Yeah. Well, Kristina, thank you. Good luck with that. And again, hope to see you again soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Your comments are welcome on the Furman Ford text line, 864-477-JOEY. That's 864-477-5639. Emails always welcome, joey@joeyhudson.com. A couple months back, I introduced you to a great organization here in the upstate of South Carolina, Sunday Dinner with a Twist. It's a simple concept of offering people Sunday dinner just like we used to have at Grandma's house on Sundays. The founder of Sunday Dinner with a Twist, Red Martin, joins us again today. Welcome, Red. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
I am wonderful. So good to catch up with you again, Red. And let's just begin, for the sake of those who maybe did not hear our conversation a few months ago. Give us a quick introduction of what Sunday Dinner with a Twist is all about for those who are not familiar with your organization.
Yes, sir. So I spent 18 years of my life on and off on the streets, and I met my wife 9 years ago, and she just kind of taught me about God's love, and she showed me some love that I've never seen before or even felt before. And so about 7 years ago, she asked me what I wanted to do, and I wanted to go out and feed the homeless. And so we started this 7 years ago. Our concept was we was taking a guy some food one Sunday, and she asked me how they cooked, and I said, well, they use a grill. And she said, well, what they're missing is Sunday dinner, like my grandma used to cook. Because every Sunday my grandma used to cook, and no matter what you was going through, you could always go to Grandma's house for Sunday dinner. And so we kind of put my story of being homeless and her grandma's story together, and that's how Sunday Dinner started.
Yeah, what a great story. And I certainly I can relate to that because we used to always go to my grandma's on Sunday, and so I certainly understand that for sure. And as you shared with me before, and as you just mentioned a minute ago, I mean, this is very personal for you, Red, because you understand what some of the people you serve each week, what they're going through, don't you?
Yes, sir. And a lot of it is just wanting to be noticed. When you're out there, you don't get noticed a lot. And so that's why we have our slogans, show love with no stipulations. And if we do that, I honestly believe that we can bring some humanity to the homeless.
Yeah. Typically, Red, how many meals do you deliver each week?
Each week we're in between 200 and 250 meals every Sunday, and we're able to do that because of Miss Meals on Wheels. They allow us to use their kitchen.
Oh,
and
wow.
We can go in there and cook. And yeah, so we used to have to do it out of our kitchen, our little kitchen, and my wife used to throw down in that little kitchen, but now she has more room to do it at Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, well, that is great. And since the beginning of your of the idea and the concept, how many meals have you served overall?
Well, this weekend we will hand out our 80,000th plate.
Wow.
We'll go over 80,000 this weekend. Yes, sir.
Wow, 80,000. That is amazing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And Go ahead.
We're trying to catch McDonald's. We're on the heels.
I hear you. I hear you for sure. Yeah, well, that is amazing. If you'd like additional information about what Red and his great organization is doing, you can find them online at sundaydinnerwithatwist.org, sundaydinnerwithatwist.org. Now, of course, Red, as we've talked about before, these meals and what you do, it costs money, which brings us to today. Sir. And of course, awareness too. The money and awareness within the community, that kind of go hand in hand. But you do depend on the support of the community, and you have a very special event coming up. Talk with us about that, Red.
Yes, sir. The event is going to be at Unity Park on August 9th at 7 a.m. And we're going to do an event where it means the world to me because, you know, like I said, the humanizing the homeless. And I honestly believe that if you're hanging out with them and you're walking with them and you're getting to learn something about them, then it brings you some awareness of what they're going through, and they feel like you care and you're bringing a little hope to them that people actually do care. So we put on a walk. It's called a Walk a Mile in Their Shoes. And we're going to start out that morning. We're going to walk to the cancer center and then turn around and come back. And we're going to have waters and biscuits and T-shirts, and you can register online. And we're just going to have a good time out with our friends and family.
Yeah, what a great event. And as I understand it, the walk itself, Red, is free for anyone to participate, correct?
Yes, sir. Anybody can participate. And we're just going to go out and walk. We love to get some donations, and but it is free, and you can come out and just hang out with us. Yep. We'd love to have you.
Yeah. So, you know, obviously with a free event like this, you want it open to anyone who wants to participate. But again, I get back to what your program does. It does cost money. So you already have some great sponsors lined up, right? You want to put in a plug for them?
Yes, sir. We have Carson Tree Company, Big Old Dodge, Swamp Rabbit Moving, Tiger Sports Shop, Bennett Equipment, and what else? There's a jewelry store. I don't know who it is yet, but there is a jewelry store out there that donated to sponsor.
Yep. So if you're listening today and you'd like to be a sponsor of this and help promote what Sunday Dinner with a Twist is doing, and maybe you want to join them for the walk on Sunday, August the 9th, that would be great too. But just go to sundaydinnerwithatwist.org. I would imagine, Red, the information is on your website. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. And it is also on our Facebook page and Instagram page, where you can go on and click the link and sign up.
Yep. And I want you to add one more name to your sponsor list, okay, Red? I want you to add my podcast, Joey Hudson, Just the Truth, because I'm gonna send you $500 and so that I can be on that list as well, okay?
Yes, sir. You'll be on the back of a T-shirt, a nice T-shirt.
There you go. So Just the Truth and 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas, my radio station. We'll all support you for sure, Red. Hey, Red, I appreciate what you're doing. Again, you can find information sundaydinnerwithatwist.org. Show up for the walk. That's August the 9th, starting at 7 a.m. At Unity Park. You can walk, you can jog, you can run. Red, I think I'll just probably walk. We'll let someone else do the running.
Yeah, there's no running for me.
yeah, but what a
call it Uber halfway through.
And by the way, too, Red, as I understand it, if you're not a business or if you can't quite do the $500, you can also register with a $100 donation, and you'll get one of the limited edition T-shirts as well, right?
Yes, sir. We also have that opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Red Martin, Sunday Dinner with a Twist. Again, sundaydinnerwithatwist.org. Red, thank you again for what you do, and look forward to talking with you again soon.
Thank you, sir.
That's it for this special weekend edition of Just the Truth. Thanks for joining me in the PhD Weight Loss Studios. To lose weight for the last time, visit myphdweightloss.com. If you haven't joined my mailing list yet, visit my website, joeyhudson.com. Click on the Connect with Joey button so that you can receive our emails and the most up-to-date news. Also, join me on my YouTube channel. Be sure and like, comment, and subscribe. Just search for Joey Hudson. As always, thanks for spending a few minutes of your day with me. Do me a favor and forward this episode to a few friends. Just click on the share button and send to your contacts. We need to build an army of conservatives to win our country back, and we can do that by continuing to share the truth with our friends and family. Keep those comments coming via the Furman Ford text line 864-477-JOEY. Email to joey@joeyhudson.com, and I love your messages on the MyPillow message line. Again, that's 864-477-JOEY, 864-477-5639. Be sure and take advantage of the MyPillow special, just $14.88 on the standard MyPillows when you use promo code Joey. Order online at mypillow.com or call 800-893-4053. We're back again tomorrow and hope you'll plan to join us. Until then, remember, God's got this. He's still in control.